Good evening. I'm in the kitchen kind of just playing around tonight. I am like so fed up with the amount of dust that's in this house, and anybody who knows me, I relatively keep a clean house. But these storms the last couple days, there must be that much dust throughout my house, and I'm losing my mind. My OCD kicks in really bad because I like living in a clean house. And other than that pot, that's the only thing that's been in my sink because I'm trying to keep everything nice and clean. Got a lot of things, nonsense things to tell you. Things that have gone on, things that make no sense. I'm in the kitchen under this terrible light that I hate. But I got that other light going on there. But how are you? How was your day? What storm damage came through on your house? Because I can tell you, the tree, not the one in the back that I thought was going to go that way, but the one right there, yeah, came right down. Right down. The tree is still standing, but another one of the bigger branches down on the ground. I text the kid, did you see this? Did you know that the tree broke? And he's like, yeah. Could you not have called and said, hey, Mom, the tree cracked and missed the house about, yay big. So I got to figure out, what am I going to do with that tree? It needs to be, like, lopped off at the top. I can have the kid trim all the branches around, but that big one up there, that next big storm, and I'm hoping that the rain is behind us for the next couple days. I'm hoping. I need to get out in my yard. It's one big muddy pit, and the dogs. But anyway, I have things to show you because on my way home, I stopped at Walmart. Do we believe that the years of the influencers are done? Have we had enough of people pretending to live this particular life when the life doesn't exist? Are we tired of everybody being so made up and so happy and look what I bought and you need to buy it too? Are we done with that? Are we realizing we really need to stay off of social media and get back to in-person type activities? Why I'm starting to teach my summer series painting classes again. We're all bored. We all want things to do, but we want good, healthy things to do, creative things to do. We're done with toxicity. We have set our boundaries, we have set our standards, and we're not going back to a whole other life that no longer works for us. But I'm Kitryn Marie, reside in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm an artist, writer, speaker, life and a business coach, teach a variety of art and communication classes. Not a doctor, not a psychologist, so on and so forth. I have just studied a lot of things, and I use all of those things through my experiences that I teach in my art and communication class. I also love to cook. Love to cook, which I'm going to talk about this recipe that I saw that I'm going to try. I have the dogs somewhat running around. Hankopotamus is trying to get in a chair. I got Shug in a crate because she was off the charts. The other two are in the living room. Now, don't. The kid took her shock collar off. I guess he felt sorry for her. Get out of the trash, Hank. We'll put you on hold 1 second. Okay, let's try this angle. The lighting is a little bit better. I have things I want to show you. I want to talk about this recipe, though, that I saw. It's a healthy, somewhat recipe. I'm a big chip and dip kind of girl. So the kid had picked up some Tostitos, and I saw this recipe where you take, and if I start to sneeze, it's probably one, allergies, but I think it is going to rain again. Because that's how I always know bad weather is coming. Knees will hurt, hip will hurt, and I'll start sneezing. Anyway, you take a baking dish, and then you take a block of Philadelphia cream cheese, and you just open it, of course, and set it in the middle. Then you take your favorite type of beans. I got seasoned butter beans, and you pour it on. And then you take a can of Rotel tomatoes, and you pour that on top of your beans, and you bake it 350, 15, 20 minutes till it all melts, and then you stir it all together. It is a somewhat of a healthy dip to go with your tortillas. Oh, that'd be really good. I had a wrap for lunch today, an Italian sub wrap from work. It was one of the specials. So here's the other thing I was going to ask you. Let me grab my coffee. What does it say when everybody in your company is looking for a different job? What does that say? What about your company? How many times have you heard people say in your department, in your crew, in your office, I am so done. I am so done. I was flitting around the restaurant today, which, by the way, all of those plants that were in my car, they survived, and they are now in the planters. I've got big pots, crotons, I have to plant tomorrow, and that's it. All 120 plants, Farmer George, they're in their planters, and I'm a happy girl. And I can't wait, really, for the owner to come back in town so he can see everything that I bought. But back to, what does it say when the people in your office, they're all like, I'm done. I'm looking for something else. I can't do this much longer. We all know I'll be 65. It's getting really hard. I say this all the time, to continue to do the job that I do. It is becoming very physical on my body, and it's really distressing. It makes me sad. I used to outrun all the kids. Not anymore. I mean, I'm slowing down, and I have felt the body slow down over the last 6 months, and it is very disheartening. I don't hurt tonight, although I can't wait to take my socks and my shoes off, because my feet kind of, from 3,200 square feet of concrete that I run all day, where I kind of feel like it's the basketball pivot. My foot stays in place, and I'm doing this all day long, and I've never played basketball in my entire life. 5 foot people don't play basketball. But flitting around today, table of regulars that come through every great so often. I know who they are. I wait on them a lot. I hear the gal say, well, we're just going to have to get rid of them. We're just going to have to cut costs. We're going to have to cut labor. Now, at the restaurant, that's all I've heard for the last 3 months. We need to cut labor. We need to cut cost. We need to change this. We need to do this. We need so on and so forth. When you were trying to preserve a business, and that can be any business. Chicken in my throat. So I flip back around, and I hear her say, I just want her job. I make a beeline, and I go to their table, and I go, oh no, honey, you don't want my job. You don't want my job. You will hate people. And you think you need to cut costs, cut labor in order to save your business? I said, that's exactly what the restaurant has been trying to do in order to preserve and to maintain and to keep the doors open. I said, but when you cut labor, you don't have enough people, which we are struggling with a skeleton crew that is becoming less bones in the skeleton form I said, so when you are running a skeleton crew, you do not have the proper man body to do the job, and somebody is going to suffer, and odds are it is going to be the customer. I said, and then trying to cut cost, and I am going to take my socks and shoes off because my feet are on fire. And it looks like I had heels on. I had my tennis shoes on. But I say, Cisco bought out Restaurant Depot for, $29 billion. I said that a few weeks ago because I've been watching that whole thing go down. And I think I said they're on the Wall Street block owned by Vanguard, State Street, and BlackRock. So anyway, I say, who do you think is going to absorb that $29 billion? I go, anybody in the restaurant industry and anybody who comes in to eat, because cost of food goes up. You change the menu and you slim down the menu, making it easier on the skeleton crew that is in the kitchen, which, by the way, right now, because we are without a cook, we have our main cook, but she can't work 24/7. God love her. She's doing everything in her power. So we have the managers who are in the kitchen cooking. There is me and my counterpart on the floor. Now, under normal circumstances, in a smaller building with just a bar and a smaller floor, I have done that my whole life, where I've never had to share anything with anybody. It has been my ball game. I run the court the way that I feel I need to make the points. Well, because I'm sharing something with somebody, there's no structure. There's absolutely no structure. It's nilly-willy. And then we have our customers that I question. I question often. Group of ladies today, God love them, they did make a reservation. And there was 20 of them, 24 of them, retired teachers. And, I eavesdrop on that conversation too and everything. So, and I'll get back to the three top that I have started to have the conversation with, because that's what I do, I bounce. So anyway, I'm saying to the three top, the lady that said she wanted my position, and I'm like, this is what you would have to deal with, because there were 24 of them, and although they did make their reservation, they were all separate checks. I'll be 65, they're mid-70s, pushing 80. Set in their ways. They came at 11:30. They did not leave till 2:30. And although we have not been busy and I did not have a big turnover today, I'm telling the lady, you don't want my job. You think you're having difficulties in your position with your company? I said, and then let's talk about, we have lost so many of our customers because they are aging, because it's noisy. It is noisy. We have 3 different genres of music. The acoustics are god-awful because the building used to be a grocery store. And it just so happens that they sell sound barriers and acoustic, equipment. So offices are a little bit more quieter. There's not so much echo. And I'm doing my spiel about why there's so much noise and how when you go to dine, you don't get that good experience because it's just noisy. You can't hear yourself think. You certainly can't hear yourself talk. People do not want to be in that environment when they're just trying to have a nice little lunch. Have maybe a couple cocktails for those that still kind of partake, which it is few and far between. So the owner of that company, he says, I swear to God, we should probably hire you. He said, you would make a really good salesperson. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just tired. I just want to retire. That's all I want to do. I don't need to influence anybody to do anything. And although in my vision board class that I teach, I talk about leaning out of corporate, loving what you do so you earn money. Back when I started in the restaurant industry in 1994, I was making $900 a week. I am lucky if I am making $300 a week now. Same hours, same shifts. The environment has changed, and we don't know really what to do in order to preserve and stay afloat. So as I am trying to, promote my art classes, communicate with people on why they need to not be on social media so much, but actually partake in a lifestyle that is healthy. Those of you who get to retire, what good really has it been in your life that you have worked 30, 40 years, 9 to 5 with a paycheck, and when you do get to retire, will you even get to enjoy that pension because you have let yourself go? Right now, I will give specifics, I won't give names, but I know 2 people very close to me, people I have known my entire life. One just retired, was diagnosed with an illness, and is fighting. Not so much for his life, he's doing really well, but he is fighting to try to find the right measures to keep his life going. A few years older than me. Somebody in my family just diagnosed with something in the last couple months, fighting for his life. Tried to be retired, had his hand in something, just to do something. Life caught up to him. Makes me sad. He's barely a year older than me. Makes me very sad. That's why I say, enjoy your life. If you have the possibility to do something else and to monetize what you know how to do, have purpose. Have a job that you're aligned with. Quit submitting yourself to people who are lesser than you, because your standard is up here. Because you know structure, you know how to do your job, and you know how to do it to the best of your ability, and then you have slackers. You have lackeys that don't want to work. So therefore, you're wasting all of your talents. You're wasting all of the raw gifts that you have that other people could benefit from. I will highly encourage, get out while you can. Corporate could crumble. People are being let go left and right. AI is taking over. AI wants my job. It can have it. It's about who you are and what you know how to do and how you can not influence, but how you can educate those that come in your surrounding who need what you have, who want your service, who want to be around you, who don't mind spending their hard money on what you can do for them. So that's my little business spiel. That's been the last couple days this week, what I do with my coffee. And I'm tired. I'm just tired. I'm mentally just, over it, afraid. I was listening to my CarPlay because I keep telling myself I'm going to go on a trip. So I bought this CarPlay that it comes up with GPS and I can listen to my music and everything. And I'm like, I just want to get on the road. I just want to get on the road and I just want to go. I just want to look for another opportunity in a whole other area. Why not? Life is still meant to be had. So with that, let me show you what I have been ordering, because it's like a pastime. It's a favorite thing of mine. Like once a year, I will order catalogs from other states because I tell myself I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do it. I'm not going to wait, and nobody's going to hold me back. So, Real Fun Beach Vacation Guide 2026, Panama City. Doesn't that look fun? Look at that. Look at that beach. Can you just see me sitting there with a big old floppy hat on? I can. Then Greenville, South Carolina. Did you know that they have a history district? I'm all about history. Got that. Of course, Gatlinburg. My heart's in Gatlinburg. It's always going to be in Gatlinburg. And, you know, don't ask me twice if I want to go live in Gatlinburg, because I will be packed 6 years ago. Lake of the Ozarks, because it's close. And I love running up to Bagnell Dam. It's silly. It's a little strip. It's as old as Medusa. But Lake of the Ozarks, I can do that in a day if I wanted. Charleston. I kid you not. Charleston's on the sites. I don't know why I ordered Albuquerque, New Mexico. I haven't been west. Oh my God. I have not been west since the early 70s. Went with my dad. Went to California, went to Las Vegas. I was a little kid then. But Albuquerque, New Mexico. What else? I've got more North Carolina, Jackson County, Cashiers, Cherokee, Dillsboro, and Silva. Love North Carolina. If you're in Gatlinburg, you might as well go to North Carolina. Why not? It's only a hop over a mountain. Alabama beaches. It's an easy drive. Look at that crab. And then West Virginia. That came today in the mail. Dog, do not knock the tripod over. Get back. Let's open this one up. I would love to go to West Virginia. I was watching something on YouTube. I'm all about history. I'm all about things about the Civil War. And West Virginia is full of history. And I'm sure a ghost. All right, let's look at this. Almost heaven. Yeah, I believe that. John Denver was right. So, West Virginia. So I have some good reading material, and then I just got to figure out when I'm going to do it and exactly how I'm going to do it. Okay, so that's that. Went to Walmart tonight on my way home. Spent money I didn't need to spend, but I felt like I needed to treat myself because of the week. And this is only Wednesday. Anyway, Mile High mascara. Ladies, you want a good mascara. It's affordable. $11 at Walmart. Will last months. And I wear mascara every day, mostly. This is the Blackest of Black. I love it. It's good stuff. Highly recommend it. Okay, so is it a neurodivergent thing when you are like hooked on a scent and everything that you buy has to have the same scent? Remember me talking about the candles? Which I bought 2 more candles when I went to Walmart. The Mandarin Cranberry, because I love it. I love it. It is just, I wish you could smell it. It's heaven. And it's a mild scent, and it's a clean scent. So, I bought Mango Citrus Energizing Body, and I was looking for an orange lotion, but I think what I'll have to do is go up on the hill to Herbaria, I think that's how you say it, and just get an orange essence oil to put in a lotion. Did that. Been trying to eat a lot more salads. Whoa! That just fell. Hold on. Ouch! Stay there. Don't fall and don't break. Been trying to eat a lot more salads. So I have pumpkin seeds already, but I got some honey roasted peanuts to put into my salads. You need more protein. The lettuce is all fine and good. You can even mix it with a little cabbage and a few shredded carrots. Add some nuts to it of some sort, of your choice. And then these are my downfall. Have a nice glass of white wine. Relax. Scroll through your phone. I like my Pinot Grigio over ice in a mason jar because that's the kind of girl I am. Cocoa flavored almonds. The combination is just wonderful. Hank, what are you doing there? You're going to fall. You're going to fall, boozy girl. You're going to fall. I have to move that over because she's right here. She will knock it over. Hi, pig girl. Hi to Booze. Hi to Boozy. Mwah. Hi, Lolly. I got both of them trying to get in the chair right now. But then I got to show you these shirts I bought. Because, you know, I kind of felt like, why not? I've already spent this kind of money. Let's spend some more money. Do not knock that over, Hank, please. Okay, so, you know, I graduated high school in 1979. I swear all the 70s styles are coming back. I bought a couple tube tops. Why not? Let's pretend like it's 1977, shall we? Bought a nice little lime green one. Bought my favorite color. They were only $5, Walmart. I'm not that big up here, so I can wear it. I got a couple long skirts, you know, I'm in my dress era. Wear that with that. Got a tank top dress. I can wear this under that. $5. Well worth it. And I got larges. Why not? Then I threw away my other black tank. That was only a couple bucks. And they had it in different colors. But I needed a new one of these, and they've got the slide straps. What is the price on here? Walmart needs to put their prices back on. This might have been like $3 or $4. Well worth it. And then there was something about this brown t-shirt. Okay, so this is like a mocha color. And sometimes I look at it and it kind of looks a little purple, and I know it's not, but there's something about my eyes, brown and purples mix together sometimes, and I have to really look to see is it brown or is it purple. Well, I saw this brown t-shirt. It's just an oversized relaxed fit. It is brown, but it's really a pretty kind of brown, and I thought, wouldn't this look really cute with a pair of capris, some cute leopard sandals, and then some turquoise jewelry, and be tan on top of it? This was like $7. It's a little more than really what I wanted to pay. But normally I go to Plato's Closet. Like I picked this up at Plato's, $3. Just an oversized, kind of loose. It's what I wore to work today. Got my Old Navy jeans on. They're hip kind of jeans. But anyway, I got that. And then that was my, and the 2 candles. And that was, oh, and a big thing of dog food, because my dogs are going through dog food like you would not believe. So, did I influence you on anything? Probably not. Are you laughing because this is the most silliest video you've ever seen in your entire life? But it comes down to, who are the real people that you are following? Who are the real people that you are wanting in your life? And those people that you are wanting in your life, what do you have in common with them? And what can you share with them that's going to make you want to have a completely different type of life? And are you willing to leave the life that you have behind in order to have a much, much better life? Had a conversation real quick before I get off here. Had a conversation with one of our delivery guys. He's a little younger than me. And he was talking about Medicare and health insurance. And I say to him, I don't have health insurance and I don't want Medicare. I don't. My out-of-pocket is so much more cheaper than anybody with insurance and deductibles. Dead in his tracks, he stops and he looks at me and he says, more and more people are telling me that. Those same more and more people are dropping their health insurance. Now, if I could go back in time and I could talk to Roosevelt to ask him what he was really thinking when he designed Social Security and Medicare and why the two are combined, because those in my age bracket in the industry that I have always worked, Medicare and Social Security does not work for my kind or anybody else who has not worked in a corporate structure, because there are a lot more of us than there are of you in the corporate world. And while those of us are trying to live this very entrepreneurial life, trying to do things who align with our soul, with having a purpose and a mission, there are some structured programs that just don't need to be. And in order to change them, people need to start to fall out of them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave just that right there. No hate comments. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to come at me. Just my thoughts, just my opinions, because I know how my life has worked for me. And I try to teach all those things, having freedom and an independent mind and willpower to do the things that are best for yourself before you get too old and you're diagnosed with something and you can't enjoy life. And that has been my greatest mission, to try to make people understand that when you take care of yourself and you do the things that you need to do, surround yourself with the people who love you and want the best for you, everything else falls into place. But I'm Kitryn Marie, an artist, writer, speaker, life and a business coach, reside in St. Louis, Missouri, teach a variety of art and communication classes. For today, for tomorrow, be happy, be blessed, be thankful for everything. Remember, fate turns on a dime, and it is up to you to decide what side of that coin you want to be on. If you want to take an art class, a painting class, it's $48. You invite your friends, 12 people. I have a wonderful venue that we can utilize. I bring all the supplies, you pick your theme, putting a vision board together based on where you've been, who you surrounded yourself with, who your influences were, where you want to go for the rest of your life, so you live just much happier with a full purpose. I also business coach creative-minded women who do want to leave that 9 to 5, who want to know what life looks like on the other side. And if you are interested in learning how to write a book, just reach out, kitrynmarie@gmail.com. I had a book published almost a year ago, July, When He Had Her. It is available on Amazon. Remember, fate turns on a dime, and it is up to you to decide what side of that coin you want to be on. Feel free, leave a comment, follow, like, subscribe, and always watch for my short form content. It's always a little different. But y'all take care, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.